market. I think when the market is ranging, one particular signal I normally use is my scalping strategy. And I have two types of scalping strategy. This is something you need to, learn very well. The first type of scalping strategy I have is the RSI method. The RSI method is using my 1 hour time and 1 minute time frame to trade it. I'll just go to my 1 minute time frame. I think even on okay, let me take it to MT4. Even on MT4, I think that works fine too. It works fine with MT4 or MT5. Just check like this and you check your market. Basically, let me see when it worked better. Okay, let me see for yesterday. All right, so this is yesterday's trade. So what I normally look for here is I just look at this is my RSI here. I look at where the RSI touches up. If you align that, you will see that it was around here. So whenever I notice that it touches up here, I sell. And I don't have a major kind of take profit. I just, when I see something tangible, I run out. It's just the idea of taking a lot of trades. You can, when it gets to this up now, I'll just use a smaller size, open like 5 positions, depending on how perfect you've become in it. Like with time, when I started using that signal, there was a point I started even opening 10 positions. And as soon as I see something tangible, like 5 pips, 10 pips, when I started, it was just 2 pips. But later I improved to like 5 pips, 10 pips. I just run out. And I call it a day. When you also touch down, you can see around here, you also take a buy. And that's it. If you keep checking it, you see it that anytime it touches up, even though it's going to give you a drawdown sometimes, for example, this area now, if you check it, it was around, let's say here. It did not go down immediately. It went up a bit first, but eventually it came down. So what I normally do is I would have opened some position here. As it went up again, I layer around here. And eventually when it comes down, this one will be giving me massive profit compared to this one. And that's how I basically do my scalping strategy with RSI. Whenever I touch the oversold side, this area is the oversold side of the RSI, I buy. Whenever I touch the overbought side, which is the buy side which is the upper side of the RSI, I sell and I scalp out. I don't waste time. So that's the first one. Now the second one is the 5 minute time frame one. This 5 minute time frame one is something I've explained before. If you've been following, this one is just the M and W pattern. I just literally use M and W pattern to do scalping. So what I normally do is let me just check like a recent one now. You can go on your trading view by yourself and check and do some back testing. Now the M will not be a perfect M. One leg will be longer than one. Let me show you something like, let me see. I think this one now, I'm seeing a M here. Chart pattern line. Good. And this is exactly what I'm looking for. You see this one here? This is that M I'm talking about. So what I normally do is my entry, this one now, the bad side of that RSI own is that the RSI own does not have take profit and it does not have stop loss. That's the buy side of the RSI. But this one now is more safer. It has a stop loss and a take profit. So when you see this M now, before this other leg form, see what I normally do? My entry point will be around here. This is for line chart. Now I change it back to, I'll just change it back to candlestick chart. When I change it to candlestick chart or the bias is candlestick chart, then remember this place was my entry point. This lowest low that it gets to now, this will be my stop loss. And that's just it. And I'll target like times 2 or at least even if it's just times 1 of whatever I'm risking. And that's how I basically do my scalping on that kind of analysis. I'll keep looking for where M and W forms, especially on a 5 minute. Why I use 5 minute time frame is that it is more kind of reliable. Sometimes it might, just as good is to do. It might whine you small, but don't panic. It will work eventually. For example, if you see this one too, you can see another M. Sorry, W. This one is W. This one is for the buy. Now let me look for the sell aspect. Okay. All right. We can call this one an M. This is a sell. If you change it to bar chart, why I'm changing it to line chart for you people is so that you can conveniently recognize it. when you start using it, you'll be able to even spot it even with bar chart. But on a line chart, you will see it properly. So if you had followed this one, this M pattern, your entry point would have been around there, while your stop loss would have been around there. And with that, you would have taken something massive. Take your profit around the recent zone, which is this side. So this one is the M and W pattern for 5 minute time frame. So in this video, I've mentioned two types of strategy: the RSI scalping strategy and the M and W pattern strategy. So you can use this one to take some trades. This pattern of signal mostly work for a ranging market. So you don't expect to see something like 100 pips, 150 pips. No, 40 pips, 30 pips, even 20 pips, you're out of the market. That's how these ones work out. So why I'm just sharing this is because the market is ranging now, and we are not seeing the kind of trade that I normally take, which is a long term trade. So you can just use the one to make some sharp money on your own. See you in the next video.